Guys, seriously, like this video if your team swept Real Madrid this season. Wow, 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 wow. What an embarrassing performance by Real Madrid and Barcelona, ladies and gentlemen. You have to like this video if you're a Barca fan. We just swept Real Madrid like an NBA team. And guys, Lamine Yamal was totally correct. He said no matter how many goals Real Madrid scores on Barça this year, we're just going to score one more. And oh my goodness, Lamine is Real Madrid's daddy. He has scored or assisted in every single El Clásico, and not only that, but he has won every single one of them. Guys, like up the video for Lamine Yamal. Like up the video for a kid who is playing like the best player in the world. I literally don't see anybody right now. Everyone said that Vinicius Jr. should win the Ballon d'Or last year. And if you see Lamine Yamal today and you see what Vinicius Jr. is doing, it's like two different players. It's not even close. Barcelona is actual Real Madrid's daddy this season. And it's incredible that a 17-year-old kid is making Real Madrid sweat so much. I understand all the hate now. I understand all the talks about Lamine Yamal not being humble and everything that goes with it. But guys, Barcelona has wrapped up the league. Barcelona basically has won with Hansi Flick. And guys, let's not take this for granted, okay? Let's not take this for granted because this is a very important as Barça. And I know we lost to Inter, but under Flick, with Barça, we have the Super Cup against Real Madrid, we beat them. We have the Copa del Rey against Real Madrid, we beat them. And as a matter of fact, we have come back against Real Madrid 3 out of 4 times this season. And they want to sell us they are the comeback kings, right? They want to sell us that they are the comeback kings. No, we are the comeback kings. We are coming back on your rate, on your clock every single time. And guess what? Under Hansi Flick, now we are going to wrap up La Liga. I've never heard this term before, but it's true. This is a basically a national or a local treble because now we have Super Cup, Copa del Rey, and La Liga basically with 7 points ahead of Real Madrid with only 9 points to go. We're going to play against Espanyol, where that's the first game we can actually celebrate the title if we win it. And if not, we have Villarreal, and then we have Athletic Club or Atletico Bilbao. So, wow. I don't want to talk about the refs. This is just too much for me. I don't want to overanalyze it. But Barcelona had on their hands a big chance to win this game by a 6 to 7 goal margin. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to start. But one thing I will say though, after everything I just said, well, shout out to Ferran Torres as well. Nobody talks about Ferran Torres. He scores goals. He assists. Tonight, he assisted 3 of the first 3 goals for Barca. Every single goal was Ferran Torres' assist. Incredible performance. I love me some Ferran Torres. The only downside of that is that Ferran Torres, with all his great performances, and Lewandowski, with all the goals he scored this season, Barcelona may not go after a world-class striker this year, so this offseason. So that's the only thing that I am hesitating about. But guys, wow. Barcelona though stars. I have to say this. I have to let you guys know the truth. And I thought that Barca once again down 0-2 in the first half, which is incredible. It's unbelievable. It's beyond me, and I've been saying it all season that Barcelona just can't defend for the first 15-20 minutes of every game. And you guys who have been with me in this journey in this channel, you guys know that I've been telling you guys that for the longest time. And again, Barcelona goes 0-2 down. Somebody has to tell me why this Mbappe frame that I'm showing you guys in the screen right now, why is this not a penalty? Why is this not a penalty? I'm sorry, why is this not an offside on this penalty? This is definitely, as you can see, there's he's clearly offside, and he gets again. Barca gets the whistle against them again. I know there's one goal for Lamine Yamal, who was made an incredible shot to the back of the keeper, to the corner. Amazing goal, and that came off of the young hand. I'm going to say that's true, but everything else went Real Madrid's way, including the golazo from Fermín Lopez that he scored. They took it away. That should have been, that should have sealed everything, and Barca should have just, end the game right there. But for whatever reason, they gave Real Madrid one more chance. Real Madrid didn't capitalize on that last chance, and then Barca got the ball, whistle, game ends. Look, it's not perfect. Barcelona once again showing that they can come back. They're so resilient. They're unfazed, if you will, for lack of a better word. Barcelona is totally okay with that because they know how great of an offense they have. They know how great of a team we have, and how Lamine Yamal is putting this team in his back time and time and time again. And you can say so many things, but just those Trivela passes from Lamine Yamal are just incredible. Lamine Yamal in this game only has a goal, but he should have had at least 2 or 3 assists. But Rafinha just wasn't on his game, and I know he scored that goal. I know he had an assist, but Rafinha. If we had Mbappe in this game, Mbappe would have had at least 3 to 4 goals as well. Rafinha, you gotta put them away, man. You gotta score those goals. I think a hat trick today, or even 4 goals today, I think you make a better case for your Ballon d'Or. But guys, let's talk about the game. All right, guys, let's talk about the game, the lineup. So Szczesny on goal. The one thing I want to say on Szczesny is, again, giving up another penalty kick. That has just been a theme. And if this doesn't scream that if Barca is serious about competing in the Champions League, they need to have a world-class goalkeeper. That is just plain and straight, especially with this high line. We need somebody who can throw us a lifeline or something. But again, Mbappe, you got to let him go. You cannot just go to his knees. You cannot go to his legs and basically just takes him down. That's a clear-cut penalty kick on that second. That was the second goal that was offside in my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, Szczesny did have a save in the second half, which basically would have given Real Madrid that was the hands of Mbappe in transition, who played the high line to perfection. And he had a save in the second half that would have been the 3-3. That would have been brutal. That would have been incredible. After Barca would look really slow in the second half, they were just trying to kill the clock, and they were just overdoing it, what they didn't do against Inter, in my opinion. So, far as Kubarsi, again, makes a mistake on the first goal from Mbappe. Basically, just has a mistake clearing the ball away, and just hasn't really has a really weak touch, and then Mbappe gets to it, and of course a one-on-one with Szczesny, and gets the goal. That was a 2-0. Íñigo Martinez, I thought in this game, made a mistake on the third goal. That was bad. I think the defense overall played really bad. And just a quick note on Kubarsi, he went down with an injury. Let's hope that he can have a quick recovery. But Christensen came in for him, and I thought it was just off the charts. But we're going to talk about the subs in just a little bit. Gerard Martin, I wasn't one of his better games. I did think that he was participating, trying to do a lot of crosses, but overall, I think he did a good job on Arda Güler. And unlike the last time they played in the Copa del Rey, I don't think he had as good of a day. Eric Garcia, guys, come on, man. Once again, what is going on with you, brother? Another goal to bring back Barcelona 2-1, just like you did in Inter Milan. What a spark he gives us every single time that got things started. And then Barcelona, in a span of 15 minutes, that game was 2-0. It was 3-2, guys. Barca was down 2-0 in the 14th minute, and then Barca was 3-2 in the 34th minute. From the 19th to the 34th, that Barca scored 3 freaking goals. What an incredible game. And Eric Garcia was there to get things started with an amazing header inside the small box. Pedri again with another assist. Finally, and then it was a play where Jude Bellingham and Ceballos collided, and then it was ball was right there for Pedri to recover and sees Rafinha down and straight on the left wing and puts him a beautiful pass, and then Rafinha one-on-one against Courtois and just crosses it to the left of Courtois. Incredible. Barcelona was 3-2 at that point. That was insanely good, insanely good. And then I thought that was a good game, but overall, I don't think it was an amazing game by Pedri, but he had a very, very good game. And as we can see, 8.0 for Pedri, 7.2 for De Jong. But I thought De Jong was the one who was the better midfielder out of the two, in my opinion. I think he's very underrated, and I think a lot of Barca fans hate him. One of the reasons why he is not talked about as one of the best midfielders in the world, because a lot of people hate him because of some of the mistakes. But I think those aerial duels in the middle of the half, that was very important against Ceballos, against Valverde, against Jude Bellingham. He was winning every single one of them. He was very, very good. And Dani Olmo, guys, let's speak about Dani Olmo real quick. Dani Olmo, every single game when we need to count on him, he fails. Every single big time game, he doesn't do anything, and in this game was no different. I couldn't even tell he was there. Very mediocre all throughout. 6.4 rating, and it's just frustrating because he was brought to this team to perform great under the biggest, when the lights are the brightest, just like Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is actually tends to bring down his level a little bit when he's not facing tougher competition, but when the competition it's really tough and it's the toughest, that's when Lamine Yamal shines even more. And I think that is the thing that Dani Olmo is really missing in this team. Rafinha, again, gets the 2 goals, gets another pass, another cross from Ferran Torres, and that puts the game 2-2. That was very important. That was the actually, that was the 3-2. That was a 3-2. The pass from Ferran Torres. That was a 34th minute. It was incredible. But the one player we need to talk about a little more is Lamine freaking Yamal. How difficult is he to defend? The one thing you need to know about Lamine Yamal is he's such a great passer, and people don't give him credit for that. But he's an amazing passer. He's got the trivela down, really, really dialed in. He's got that to his arsenal, and then he can dribble past you. He can stop. He can cut. So if you pressure him, he's gonna dribble you. If you keep your distance, he's gonna trivela and give Rafinha a great pass and do something with the ball. And that is why it's so important, so difficult to defend him. So you don't know what he's gonna do. Is he gonna cut inside? Is he gonna cut outside? Is he going to pass? Is he going to try to look for an assist? Very, very tough to defend. I think, in my opinion, right now, there's nobody in the world right now playing to his level. And it's just plain and straight. Whether he wins the Ballon d'Or, that's not for me to decide. That's not for me to rank it right now. This video is not for that. But, guys, Lamine Yamal is really him, and we are so lucky to have a player like him. Like I said, I already said Ferran Torres with the 9.2, the man of the match, I think. Who was the man of the match? Was it Mbappe? I don't even know. I didn't see it. I was so excited about it and went straight to Twitter and to look at what everybody else was saying, but I didn't really see who was the man of the match. But to me, the man of the match, again, Lamine freaking Yamal. What a banger of a goal. Incredible how he just gets that ball, gets that shot, and it just finds the back of the net. Incredible. Barcelona, ladies and gentlemen, has won the La Liga in this game. We said it. Barcelona needed to win this game. But let me know, guys. What are your thoughts? Also, I thought that Balde, as soon as he came in, guys, if we had Balde in this game against Inter, in the game against Inter, we would have won the game. We would have been in the UEFA Champions League final. That is just incredible. Incredible. Christensen, like I said, looked incredibly fast. That is a player that we need to keep for next season. We need Christensen. And as a matter of fact, I think Christensen, if he stays healthy, can take away from Inigo Martinez's spot in this team. I swear to God, guys, if he stays healthy, he's a very good defender. Hector 4, I thought he had an okay 10, 15 minutes. Fermin Lopez scores that banger in the second half. Gavi thought he played okay, but nothing of note. But Fermin Lopez, what a banger, right? Guys, let me know what are your thoughts. I'm so excited, and it feels better now that I know that Barça beat Real Madrid again. What a sweep. That is embarrassing. Hold that, Madridistas who are, thinking that you can win this game just because Barca lost to Inter Milan somehow. That's gonna give you abilities to beat Barca this year. That's not gonna happen.